For a while now, I've learned that when it comes to the internet, there's just so much misinformation out there now, especially apps like TikTok and Twitter. That's why I've just stopped using those apps entirely. But let's say, for an example, the Switch 2. When that was released, everyone was complaining about how expensive the console was and how expensive the game's going to be. And all I saw on my feed were people basically trying to boycott this thing, saying they weren't going to go out and buy the Switch 2. So I was expecting, as one would, that the sales would go down. But guess what happened? It sold 3.5 million units in its first 4 days. What happened to the boycotting? I thought it wasn't going to sell, but I was wrong. And when it comes to this new skate game that was released a couple of days ago, the lead up to this, I heard people complaining about how the game's going to be a live service game. There's going to be microtransactions. It's everything wrong with the gaming industry right now, which kind of left a sour taste for me. So I was actually not really looking forward for this game. But guess what? After playing this game for a couple of days, I actually like it. And comparing to what Steam says, which is a 50% review rate, I'm actually one of the positive ones. I like this game. Reason why is because it's fun. I think people just came to the opinion that the game's not like Skate 1, 2, or 3, so it must be bad. And look, I understand it's a new style. It's more like Fortnite looking characters. When you go on the homepage, you know, they kind of shove the microtransactions in your face. It does have some cool skins, but I'm not really the type of person who spend money on cosmetics anyway. Oh yeah, and there's also loot boxes, and there's also no customization for your board, so you can't really tune the wheels or the way the board moves, and numerous other things that I'm not thinking of right now. I understand the complaints, but if you think of this game as its own thing, not like the other skates, I think you would actually like it. I think the reason why I actually enjoy this game is because it's basically a game that I can play after work. Just skate around, do some tricks, go to different skate parks, try to complete all the challenges around the map. But I will say that one spot by the pool, that jump, I hate that spot so much. I can never do it. I always land on my face. It's so annoying. I think where I draw the line is that the game's also free, so why not enjoy it? No one's forcing you to play this. You don't need to spend any money. But I also haven't looked at any of the reviews. I kind of stayed away from it. So you know what? Let me open up Steam. Let me see what people are actually saying about this game anyway. Alright, so the first one says, the skating is sick, but they made this purely online, which sucks. The server they have can't even support every single person. I'm currently in the position of 192,348 for the queue. There's no reason this game should be online only. Yeah, I actually do understand that one. That's a little bit annoying. I think for me, I kind of have the advantage because I'm on the other side of the world, so my wait time's not that bad. I think I had 40,000 people in front of me, which took maybe 3 minutes of wait time. Yeah, if you're 192,000, that's gonna take what, 30 minutes or something like that? It's pretty bad. So I do understand why that one sucks. I don't even know how that counted as a grind, but okay. I'm gonna try and jump this, grab, and then I'm gonna collect this bearing. There we go, easy. I think what they try to do here was they try to go for more of the Riders Republic route where, you know, you're basically playing with everyone else. It is kind of good though, because like people would put like ramps in random spots that you can actually like try out for yourself. But yeah, I do understand that they should probably have a single player mode just so these things don't happen. Just waiting in long queue times. Maybe they should just have more servers. Maybe that should be it. I mean, there's more things to complain about this game than just wait time. But yeah, I don't know what it's like to be in that long of a wait time, so... Oh, what just happened there? That was a good glitch. But yeah, as a long-time skate fan, it is kind of annoying that it's not a single player mode. I'm just getting way too distracted now. I'm just trying to complete these. There we go, that one's done. I will say a fair critique that I have for this game is also the clothing. So it took me a while to get all this. You would think like the hoodie, you can just change the color of it, the beanie, not a thing. So like you would have to go into your shop and then hopefully get a chance. So like the hat here, if I open this, there's a gray beanie. You can't change the color of it, so you're only rolling for a gray one, but you might not even get it because you have to just open a box and it's all random. I think the orange beanie I had was, I had to wait until I was finished market meal, and then was it in this box? Yeah, okay, I literally had to spend all my points on just yeah, the no beanie box. But yeah, at the same time, it also is decent because then you want to do more challenges to rack up more points to get more clothing items. So it has the replayability to it. So it is a little bit annoying, but I understand why they've done that. But I will say, what I like about this game being online is that people can also interact with you. So like, I can place down objects. I can put down a ramp, rails, I think all the way down there. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I wouldn't have put a ramp down here, but someone else has. So then I can try it out for myself. Good thing there's no collision, so I didn't interact with that guy. See if I can try and land this. No. But it's cool, I like that. I like how I can interact with other people's equipment. Try it out for myself. There was an argument to be said that like people can put down things that would block a ramp and get a little bit annoying. And yeah, there's the positives and negatives to that as well. Okay, I'm gonna try and do an own the spot challenge while answering this next one. This isn't Skate, it's a hollow corporate cash grab that strips away everything that's made the original special. The art style is goofy and cartoonish, completely out of step with the Skate culture. The physics are floaty and weightless, tricks feel disconnected, nothing lands with the raw impact that made the old games so addictive. The world itself is lifeless, more like a plastic playground than a city with soul. Okay, I don't understand that one, mainly because it says the physics are floaty and weightless, tricks feel disconnected, nothing lands with a raw impact. Can you not hear that? I guess maybe if they made the sound effects a little bit louder. I also completed my challenge. Oh wait, this one's gonna be an easy one because I don't have to do it all in one sequence. Nice. I will say, when the game felt floaty, I guess they're referring to like jumping across different buildings, but even like Skate 3, okay, we're getting good airtime here. I was gonna say, I feel like for this game, I wasn't getting a lot of airtime when I go up these ramps. I don't know, it's probably not that much. I just feel like Skate 3, you were able to go up ramps a lot easier. Let's try it here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I just don't feel like I get a lot of airtime in this one. So when he says it's floaty and weightless, I just don't understand that. Let's see if I can jump this. Nope. That didn't work. Yeah, and then the critique of the goofy looking cartoonish style, that's just the way they wanted to make it. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind this style. You get used to it after a while anyway. I'm gonna get it. And then I'll answer the next part. Well, I was basically gonna say like, wait, there we go, perfect. So when he said the city feels soulless, I guess he means maybe there's less NPCs, but I thought what was cool about this game is like there's different music spots. I have streamer mode enabled, so I can't hear anything. Maybe if I just, oh no, we can see it right here. So you can grab the music, but it's not gonna play anything because I have it all disabled. But yeah, you have different genres. What do we have? We got top pop, lo-fi beats, low radio, laid back house, old school beats, hip hop, cafe, disco, lobby bops. I've been just kind of going around the map and trying to like discover different music. Just by doing that, just grabbing wherever the speakers are playing. I feel like that's a cool part. I feel like that's what gives the city more life. It's just the different areas of music. And I guess like people who say, you know, this game is lifeless, don't really do that. They kind of just play the objectives and then critique it from there. But if you actually spend time with this game, you actually get to know a little bit more about it. Of just like the little details, the music, the spots. And then yeah, what's cool is that when you try and look for new music in different areas, then you have, you know, spots like these where if I can land it properly, and I did not mean to back out all the way back to the skate park, you would find different areas and then try and do different tricks. And then you can also, you know, drop a ramp and see if you can try and jump from, you know, one side of the street to the other. It's just, this game's basically a sandbox. That's all it is. And then what's nice is you can also climb. So I can go up here, takes a bit, but yeah, someone also put a ramp down as well. Nice. So then I can just do this, go up, go down here. If I can land this jump. Nice, I actually did it. Then we can do a spin. Can I land this one? There we go. I wouldn't have put a ramp down there. Someone else did. And look what happened. I got a good combo there. Everything works. The core features that define the franchise, Hall of Meat, Skate, a meaningful single player are gone. In their place is a shallow grind of repetitive filler missions designed to keep you logging in. On top of that, you're forced through a cringe-worthy tutorial with AI voiceovers that sound soulless and corporate. Yeah. I will give them that. The tutorial was kind of a pain. The voiceovers are a little bit annoying. There's no single player. That is fair. But for me personally, I never really played the single player. Like, I played it for Skate 3, but for Skate 2, I just have fond memories of just kind of logging into that game because I only had like maybe an hour or two to play and just kind of staying in one spot and just, you know, doing as many tricks as I can, coming up with new ideas, get a good flow. I should probably do another challenge because I'm kind of just Going around the map right now. Let's go to the church here. Let's do this one. Oh, there's also fast travel as well, which is nice. I don't think there was, well, Skate 3 didn't really have, oh no, it did kind of have fast travel, but it's also very quick as well. So like I can just do this, then it takes a while, but you can still kind of skate around while you wait, and then you travel. It's handy. But yeah, there is no like skate lingo, I will say. I guess that is the soulless part. But what's cool with the tour around the map is that each mission basically teaches you the game. So then there's like one where you learn all your manual tricks, and then you can do like flip tricks with your manuals. That was a nice refresher. I guess if you're a veteran skate player, you know everything about that, so there's no point doing this. Yeah, I gotta do all these tricks under 3 minutes as well. Do a grind here. Okay, that somehow counted. Yeah, and then the Hall of Meat is gone. I feel like that's, yeah, probably too violent for this style. I love the Hall of Meat. That was so fun. Seeing like how I can damage my guy. Yeah, and now there's like the floating tricks instead. So your goal is to try and land inside of a dumpster and then try and, you know, hit palm trees around the map. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss all the old features, but I still like these new ones. I guess I haven't looked at the roadmap. I guess they could be adding it in. Who knows? Because this is just early access. But if you can just go into this game not thinking it's a skate, like a Skate 4 version, just go into it as thinking it's just a different skate game, you would like it. But it's just because you're comparing it to something else. I mean, they technically never said it was a Skate 4. They just said it's Skate. So if you can just go into this game as like a blank slate, I don't know how I did all that so quickly, I feel like you would enjoy it. It's always online for no reason, and the entire structure is built around microtransactions and cosmetics. This isn't about skateboarding, it's about monetization. The tone and presentation are so sanitized, it feels like a Disney made a skateboarding game. Yeah, or you could just not spend money on clothing, and the game's free. I kind of like the idea of grinding clothing. I know I would rather prefer just like picking whatever I want, change the color and all that, but I don't mind putting hours into a game to get clothing. I don't know why. I'd rather like grind something instead of spending it. But I know with like Skate 3 and all those other ones, you never had to grind for clothing items. They just gave it to you straight away. Maybe that's just my hot take. I don't mind grinding things because then I have a goal to work towards. I think what I like about it is it's something I can just play after work, and then I can also talk about it with my coworkers. I think that's what is fun about it. I don't know, I'm just a simple guy. If I think a game is good, then I'm gonna play it. Even if it's not what I expected, if I find it fun, I'm still gonna play it. It's obvious the decision makers either never played the original trilogy or ignored everything that made the game a cult classic. Yeah, I do understand that. I think at the end of the day, all we can say is that this is a new game, a new Skate, like it or not. Some people don't like it, some people love it. If you want the old Skate experience, just play the old Skate games. I know it's kind of mean and kind of annoying, but they're still there. Like, you still have your old consoles. Even if you don't, there's emulators. I guess for like the newer gen consoles, you can't really do that. Maybe they should just remaster 3. Just make 3 again, but just with higher graphics. But then if they did that, people will still complain. So there's no winning there. I mean, what didn't help was when they released their alpha footage, it did kind of look more like a realistic game. And then they released this like Fortnite looking style. That's probably why people complained as well. If they kind of didn't show that at the start, then maybe people wouldn't be as mad. I don't know. I just think at the end of the day, I'm finding this game fun. I like it. I've been playing this since, well, essentially when it came out. I'm now nearly level 10 with Hedgemont, level 8 at Gullcrest, and 6 Market Mile. I think I put like maybe 30 hours into this. The kind of tour story mode, I would say, took me around like 15, 17 hours to complete. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is what they've made. People are complaining, people are liking it, and as you can see on the Steam reviews, it's 50%. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys actually like this game? Do you think the hate is unnecessary, or do you think it's kind of well deserved? Let me know. But anyways, I'm gonna keep continuing with my challenges just to get them all done for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.